Passion, of course. Passion should be the fundamental thing. Without that, it doesn't seem like there's much sense for a career in the first place, because we know how difficult it is to be in the arts. In a country like this, we know. So there has to be passion first. Discipline has to grow out of passion. And you have to realize that if this is what you love the most, then you're willing to sacrifice and spend the time necessary. I definitely demand this of my students. Usually when I start teaching a freshman, I tell them that there are a couple of things I'm going to ask them to do on a weekly basis. One will be to do at least a session a day. Apart from the school, a session a day with other players. Maybe it's just in duo with a horn player, a piano player, speaking as a drummer. And working on specific things, learning tunes, working on different approaches to improvisation. But they have to do that every day. They have to play every day. That's how you're going to learn. That's the deepest and quickest way to learn. I tell all my students that they have to go out. They're in New York City. They're at NYU. They have to go out 3 times a week and tell me who they heard. And I want to know who they heard. And we have to discuss who that person is and their approach. Because they have to take advantage of the fact that the campus, in a sense, is invisible. We're in Manhattan. Partake of those classes on a daily basis. Your choices are limitless. I ask them all to transcribe a lot. For drummers, they have to transcribe from the first note of the tune until the last note of the tune. So they realize that a drummer is hired based on his supportive qualities first and his soloistic ability second. But among great drummers, you have to know both perspectives. What else? Already I'm asking quite a bit. And then we get into the finer things of specific branches of study. But there are things that I want them to do, and I think that demands discipline and passion. They have to be disciplined enough to do all the work I assign and session, keep their grade point average up, do all of this. That requires a lot of discipline. And you'll see very quickly whether a student is up to par or not, because they're going to be the ones to say, okay, let's work, let's start. Absolutely. Creativity, sure, we're all creative. We all have that spark in us. It's just a question of letting it, of nurturing it, letting it develop. And since we know that one of the hardest things to achieve is our own sound, is our own voice. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. We just have to be patient and make sure that the student is creative and supported and works hard and is constantly given new information, new ideas, new perspectives.